Raila Odinga does not need the support of the larger Mount Kenya region for him to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. That's basically the difference between Raila Odinga and the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. For William Ruto, he must win the support of the entire Mount Kenya region for his bid to be even viable. Without the support of the larger Mount Kenya region, William Ruto's bid for the presidency is almost zero. But Raila Odinga only needs a strategy in Meru County. He only needs a strategy in Tharaka Nithi. And Raila Odinga also needs a strategy in Kiambu County. In Kiambu County, because Kiambu County is cosmopolitan county. I want to look at this issue of Raila Odinga and why he doesn't need the support of the entire Mount Kenya region to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I want to demonstrate to you what Raila Odinga needs to do to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. But I want to make a request to you guys. Please give this particular video a thumbs up. Now let us get back to serious business. Raila Odinga has contested for the presidency for a very long time. But in 2007, 2013, and 2017, Raila Odinga never got the support from the larger Mount Kenya region. In 2007, the general consensus in this country is that Raila Odinga won that election. But the truth of the matter is that in election, the person who wins is the person who is declared the president of the Republic of Kenya. Mwai Kibaki was declared the president of the Republic of Kenya at night, and therefore Mwai Kibaki was the validly elected president of the Republic of Kenya and not Raila Odinga. But a few things have been happening in the larger Mount Kenya region, and this is why I strongly believe that Raila Odinga really does not need the support from the larger Mount Kenya region to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. He only needs a level playing field in the larger Mount Kenya region. These are some of the 5 things which have been happening there. 4 things basically. Number 1, the voter turnout in the larger Mount Kenya region. In the last 3 elections, not 4 really, 3 elections, the people of the larger Mount Kenya region have always turned out in large numbers to protect their presidency, to protect power. In 2007, they turned out to protect power of President Mwai Kibaki. In 2013 and 2017, they again wanted to retain power. In 2022, I don't see any serious presidential candidate from the larger Mount Kenya region, which means the turnout in that region will not be as high the way it has always been. So that's the first thing. Number 2, there is always fake polling stations in the larger Mount Kenya region during elections. Polling stations which don't exist in real sense. But during tallying, those polling stations are always there. In fact, even streams, to an extent that in the last election, in the last petition, NASA proved that there were indeed several polling stations which were never in existence, but they were declared. And because they will not be in power, I don't think those polling stations, someone would dare to create them. Number 3, there's always this issue of inflating the figures from polling stations. You know, it's normally very simple. Take, for example, a situation where President Uhuru Kenyatta got 650 votes in a place in the larger Mount Kenya region, 650. Then Raila Odinga got 55. Then Raila Odinga's figure, instead of him being given 55, Raila Odinga's figures are reduced to 25. So automatically Raila Odinga has lost 30 votes there. But Uhuru Kenyatta's votes, which are 650, are inflated to 750. If you add this nationally, They are normally very huge. So the inflation of figures in the larger central Kenya, I don't think it will happen if they won't have a candidate. As a matter of fact, the Kriegler report indicated that even ODM zones inflated some figures. So that might not happen. So Raila Odinga is safe there. Then there is the polling agents. In the last 3 elections, specifically the last 2 elections, Raila Odinga never had agents in the larger Mount Kenya region. Not that he didn't have agents. The NIS infiltrated the ODM system, and some of these agents were recruited. And once they were at the polling stations, these agents then turned into Jubilee. So at the end of the day, it was easier to inflate figures. It was easier to fake polling stations. So those are some of the 4 issues. And because there will not be any serious candidate from the larger Mount Kenya region, I don't think we will have voter turnout as high as it has always been. I don't think we will have fake polling stations. I don't think the figures will be inflated. And I also don't think polling agents, polling agents will be converted into Jubilee agents, so that when results are announced, they can easily agree and inflate figures. But what should Raila Odinga do? Because the truth of the matter, for Raila Odinga to be declared the president of the Republic of Kenya, he also must have numbers. And in politics, these numbers are actually perceptual numbers. We all know that already Raila Odinga is losing the support of the NASA core principles. We also know that William Samoei Ruto is also chewing into Raila Odinga's support base. And we also know that the Mount Kenya region is not really embracing Raila Odinga. So what should Raila Odinga do? Raila Odinga, in my considered opinion, just need to do 6 things for him to be declared the next president. The first thing he must do is to consolidate his support base. As a matter of fact, personally, I've been wondering why Raila Odinga has been wasting his time, a lot of his time, going to central Kenya and going to Rift Valley. Really, Raila Odinga doesn't need that. He only needs to, in the larger Mount Kenya region, he needs the strategy. Kiambu, Tharaka Nithi, and Meru. Of course, in Tharaka Nithi, Raila Odinga has a lot of support. But of course, because of rigging, because of the 4 issues I talked about, his votes are always stolen. So Raila Odinga must concentrate in Masai land so that he doesn't lose those votes. Raila Odinga must concentrate at the coast so that he doesn't lose at the coast. Raila Odinga must come to Nyanza, Luo Nyanza, and convince the people of Luo Nyanza that this is the last bullet. Raila Odinga must go to Kisii and convince the people of Kisii that in the last election, they gave Uhuru almost 50%. So this time, all those 50% should be in one basket. He needs to go to Korea and convince the people of Korea that because they are in Nyanza, they just need to support him so that they can see the change he can bring to that region. Raila Odinga needs to go to Western. And as a matter of fact, giving credit to where it's due, Raila Odinga had started this journey. He went to Narok, he went to Kajiado. Raila Odinga went to Busia. He went and met with the leadership from Kakamega. Raila Odinga went to the coastal region. When he came back, Raila Odinga became sick. So Raila Odinga had realized the need to consolidate his base. So Raila Odinga just need to start consolidating his support base. The second thing Raila Odinga must do is to reactivate his reform credential. Raila Odinga must turn himself into pro-people. Kenyans for a long time have been looking up to Raila Odinga whenever they were in problems. But since the handshake, Raila Odinga then decided that I'm not the only person who should be the face of reforms. So Raila Odinga has been conformist of late. What Raila Odinga needs to do, for example, there's this idea that gas cylinders, the gas which people are using at their homes, are going to be increased the prices. Raila Odinga should take that up and challenge the government not to allow that increase. Instead of either keeping quiet or supporting the need to increase it. We all know that Raila Odinga worked so hard to conserve more forest. So you can use those examples, the environmental degradation, which is going to be occasioned should the government decide to increase the cost of gas. Because the fact of the matter, Kenyans will then go back to firewood. So Raila Odinga must start going back to his reform credentials. What is needed, what is known for. Raila Odinga in 27, well, I think it was 27, the change we need. The change. He has been change again. He must go back to the basics. Raila Odinga must be the face of reforms in this country. Not Master Karua, not Boniface Mwangi, not David Indi. The face of the reforms in this country must be Raila Odinga. And Raila Odinga must take that back by force. The third thing Raila Odinga must do is the deep state. Raila Odinga has no option. He must talk and convince the people around perceived deep state or the perceived system. A lot of guys have been asking me, Lee, what is this deep state? Let me explain to you. In the last election, at the tallying center, James Orengo and the group could not be allowed. My friend Norman Magaya was actually poisoned at the tallying center. So which means there's a group of people who are controlling that tallying center. Let's face it. The reason why the elections were nullified was because NASA was able to prove to the judges that the results which were announced at the polling stations were different from the results which were being relayed. Remember, the IBC servers were stationed in France, and not necessarily in France. And whenever issues came up, they would say, oh, but what bado wanalala huko. So it means there was someone who was there waiting for results, because, you know, politics is about perception. So you get results, then they are delayed, then they are changed. Once they are changed, then they are relayed to people. So constantly, Uhuru Kenyatta was ahead of Raila Odinga with a specific number. So the person who was doing that is the deep state. The person who procured the polling materials, those are the deep state. So Raila Odinga must have these people on his side so that he won't have any problems. Number 4, Raila Odinga must also reconcile with the NASA principles. That's the honest truth. There's no shortcut for Raila Odinga. Without Kalonzo Musyoka on his side, without Moses Wetangula on his side, without Musalia Mudavadi on his side, at least he needs 2 of those NASA principles on his side in 2022. So Raila Odinga must go back, in my considered opinion, and figure out how he's going to reconcile with Kalonzo specifically, because Kalonzo will deliver comeback to him. And then figure out how, if Mudavadi is going to be on the ballot, how he's going to ensure that Western Kenya is with him. But there's no doubt he needs the NASA principles. Politics is about perception. If Kamba numbers are going to go, where is he going to get the rest? Of course, he can get the rest from the larger Mount Kenya region. He can get the rest from the larger Mount Kenya region. But he needs these guys. Number 5, Raila Odinga must also seek the support of regional leaders. Leaders from the regions who are very influential. Take, for example, Onyangapu, very influential from his side. Take, for example, Amason Kingi. Raila Odinga should ensure that Amason Kingi is on his side. Go to Kakamega. Oparanya should be on his side. You go to Turkana. Probably he needs Nanok. If not Nanok, he must get the cabinet minister for petroleum, John Munyes. Raila Odinga must go to Kisii. He must get a regional leader there, whether Matiang'i, whether Ongwai, on his side. That's something he must do. And lastly, this time around, Raila Odinga must ensure that he has polling agents which are not infiltrated by the system. And that's why I'm saying that for Raila Odinga to contest for Raila Odinga to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya, he doesn't need the larger Mount Kenya region. The only thing Raila Odinga needs is the system, so that this system can allow him have agents. So that in Tharaka Nithi, where the people of Tharaka Nithi believe strongly that they gave Raila Odinga good number of votes, while IBC are saying a totally different thing, because agents were bought. I don't know what you think. Let me hear what you think about what Raila Odinga needs to do to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Because for me, he must consolidate his support base. Raila Odinga must reactivate his reform credential. Raila Odinga must convince the deep state to support him. Without the deep state, he should not even contemplate running. Number 4, Raila Odinga must reconcile with the NASA principles. Number 5, Raila Odinga must seek for the support of key regional leaders. And lastly, polling agents. He must have polling agents across the country. Then Raila Odinga should now wait to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Without that, William Samoei Ruto is likely to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So probably tomorrow, I need to figure out or do a video on what William Samoei Ruto needs to do to be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.